Today we have another episode of Let's Talk About It, but first. What's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. I want to welcome you to my studios. And first and foremost, we want to welcome on our additional host, not really co-host, additional host with the most, Chris from Cardboard Crazies.
What's up?
Welcome, sir. Thank you. And let me switch over to the comments here. I don't have a mouse, unfortunately, so I'm scratching records on the laptop.
You're just getting ready for Friday.
It's so this is the thing, we're doing the homeschool thing. They basically gave us an option at the beginning of the year. It was like, all right, you're either going to go like partially or you're going to just stay home. We were like, we'll just stay home. And so Logan's got like a laptop set up and all this stuff. And sure enough, his mouse broke or the dog broke it or something. I was like, here, take this. And then now it's a battle because sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't, whatever. So I would like to, should we bring on our guest?
Hey, this is your show tonight, bud.
Are you prepared for this? I appreciate you, by the way, Chris. I'm covering for me the last 2 weeks. In case anybody didn't know, I had some work obligations 2 weeks ago, and then some additional work obligations last week. It's like a work retreat, though. It was actually pretty nice, so I was pretty excited about that. But we are back. Kind of juggled the schedule around a little bit, but we're going to be back to alternating between Chris and I's channel, and we're here to talk about it. But I think we're going to bring in our guest here.
No introduction needed. Unless you got Voodoo Child.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Big Remy Q and Cardboard Crazies, dude. I'm so honored and blessed to be in this community. You know what I'm saying? And this is the NWO takeover.
There you go.
The hot seat, dude. So you want to fire some hot questions at me, you better watch what you say, because you might get something crazy response, brother, because I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get that going.
That's what we were going for. We figured, we figured if the seat was going to be cold at all, especially being on my channel for this show, we had to heat it up properly and bring the Immortal Biggie Shaq, or should I say New World Order Comics, aka the Immortal Biggie Shaq, onto the show. And again, I figured we would talk about it. Last week, Chris had Tyler on, and obviously there's been some interactions there. We can cover that later. But yeah, again, we wanted to make sure that we had you on the show. And so thank you for coming.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to be here. I saw Tyler talking his bullshit. I'm sure if I voted right now, Tyler probably win. He's a popular kid. You don't want to hurt his feelings because he's fucking privileged and shit. So he's got his way his whole life. Like, I understand that. So that's cool and everything. But I'm honored to be the first person to be able to tell Tyler no, Tyler, you don't get this cookie, brother. You go back to your room. You need to behave and be a big boy, Tyler, before you get any more treats.
There you go. Okay, this is a good intro there. Again, we didn't need to. We figured we would let you do your intro. I wasn't even going to begin to try to hype up the hype man himself, Mr. Biggie Shaq. But again, thank you for coming in. So just I guess to launch things off, you recently had your top 50 books video, which it was pretty impressive. And I know you had to pull off some of the stuff that you had on the wall there, and you said it kind of took some prep time there. But yeah, it was for somebody who I want to say you coined the term bangers. For somebody who's going to show off some bangers.
I kind of did, bro. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool you said that. Bangers, hip hop slang, it's a good song and shit. And I feel like I didn't see anybody saying it for comic books, but it seems like it's almost universal word. People, I see them saying bangers and shit, and they be wooing when they get the books. It's fucking cool. Like, you know, everybody has their own kind of style and lingo. E40 created a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. So let's
I appreciate my boy Cardboard Crazies with the HBK. He came in as sexy boy tonight. I see you, Cardboard brother.
There you go.
Just
Let's
sexy boy. Sexy boy.
But see, his whole thing was he liked to take clothes off. I'm keeping mine on.
So let's check out the chat real quick here. It looks like we've got some folks in here. Mr. Freaky Louie. We have Southern Comic Geek. Hello, what's up? Looks like Papa's in the house. That's awesome. Whenever he shows up, we know that at least we have some parental guidance. Slotted Up is here. The current rap champ. Yeah, he's here as well. We have Blue Hugging Comics. Hello. Lucretius is here, of course. Sold Twice. Hello. Got a lot of folks in here. Dale of Suspense. What's going on, folks? We have
Katie Titus.
Let me see.
What's up,
here.
Titus, brother?
It looks like Tyler jumped on for a second. I know he's got some other obligations, though. Says Biggie stole the word bangers. Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Biggie. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one again. That's I don't know how or where or when that started, but I know if anything, you were the one that predominantly used it. So it sounds like it's going to be yours. How about that? It's a good story. If it's not yours, then there you go.
I bet there's probably YouTube videos where people were saying bangers and shit before I even said it. So who knows, man? You know what I'm saying?
Again, it's just one of those things. It's synonymous. I think about it when somebody says, "Oh, we have some bangers," I'm thinking, "All right, you got that from Biggie." So, well, I guess if they came after, then that's going to be the story. Maybe we'll start it today. Maybe that'll be the way that we go with it today.
I fucking love it.
Yeah. So, anybody grab anything new? I know. So, Biggie, you're not big on the new comic book day, right?
Dude, I love it. My shop just don't. I pull Deadpool, Spawn, all the fucking reprints. If they got like DC reprints, Marvel reprints, I want all those, all the facsimiles. Snot Girl, some other couple books, but seems I pull Thor.
Okay.
I pull crossover. So
because I'm usually
I just wait, dude. Like I don't get my books, but I try.
I was gonna say, yeah, and I was actually new to Comic Book Day a few months ago, and kind of hit it hard for a few weeks, and then I've always been more of a back issues type of guy. Now, unfortunately, Chris doesn't have an LCS that's within an hour of him to really pick it up next day or that day. So usually he's got to either order something in or God, I think I have in fact I have a few books for you over here. I keep forgetting. For a while when I was getting New Comic Book Day, participating, I should say. I was picking up a few. So
we go back to Batman 106 with that. Don't
I don't remember, but I remember you're like, oh yeah, pick this up, pick that up. So I know I've got a couple books here for you. But yeah, that's why I mentioned it, Biggie, because I wasn't sure if it was something where you had a usual pull list or if you had anything new that you had picked up this week. I have nothing that I've purchased. I've got a few things I can show, but I have nothing that I've purchased. Chris, I think you said you had gotten a couple things though, right?
Yeah, I did. Whoever wants to start.
I don't get my new books until Thursday, actually, too. But I could show some fucking books.
If anybody's taking notes on how to run a YouTube show for entertainment purposes, this is not how you do it. There's cues and marks, we're all over the place. Let's talk about it. We keep it very loose. It's okay though. It's all right. You got 3 guys here. Look at this. This is a beautiful bunch to begin with. Anyhow, we got Whack Comics that jumped in here. What's going on, Lee? How you doing? Louis. Yeah, Chris, it's up to you. I don't want to ruin any content. If you got something coming up, I've got I can review. If anybody saw my channel, I got through part of the AOK that Slot gave me for my birthday, and YouTube fell apart. So I do have some books that I still can review for those. But Chris, again, if you have anything, you're very heavenly right now. You got like sunshine from over your shoulder, and I mean, this is magical.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
Good fortune shines upon me today.
I see this. Yeah, I mean,
by the way, happy birthday last week.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
I think we mentioned it I mentioned it early in the show, but
you did. It was actually, and I appreciate that. I did see it. You were like, everybody, it's Jeremy's birthday. Let's maybe we can wish him happy birthday. Everybody type hashtag happy birthday, Remy. And
nothing. So
they were like, that SOB's not here. We don't give a crap about him. Let's get on with the show. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I looked and I was like, damn, nobody not one person was like, happy birthday.
they were just waiting to tell you in person. You know,
yeah,
like, we're gonna wait till
brutal.
He's on. I'm not gonna show everything because we'd be here for another hour and a half. But
okay. You got a big hole then.
Chippendale #1.
Oh, nice.
I love 90s cartoons, 80s cartoons. I know Freaky's in the house. So
Chippendale Rescue Ring.
Powdered Toast Man #1 special.
I have that.
Now this will take you way back. This is a Charlton comic. This is the Phantom #66.
Oh, nice.
Is that the Phantom on the corner right there? Who the hell is that? Oh, it is the Phantom.
Yeah. He's hanging off the boat, getting ready to be eaten by.
He was a good Phantom. Billy Zane.
Yeah, that sun is just blasting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I can't see like half the cover.
Let's see here. There we go.
Hey.
We've got X-Men this is dirty, but #144.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is one of my.
That's good.
Angels jump back into the cartoon.
This was one of my favorite finds of the week. Ronin #3, not the last Ronin, but Frank Miller's Ronin.
Ooh, yo, that's nasty cardboard, bro.
Yeah,
that's a good pickup.
This is it. $1 is all I paid for it, and this bad boy is in nice condition.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I never see those.
I showed you this, Remy. This is a running joke between Remy and I. Probably nothing will ever happen to it since it's a gloss cover.
You'd have to dig so deep for that, where you had all those X-File comics, and I had X-File cards, and yeah, somebody have to dig in for those. So
now, do you remember Team America?
Yeah,
I found a Team America with Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Number 11.
Shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool cover.
And since
that's a big jump.
And since most of these books now are picking up, and you can't pick up a G.I. Joe book without it having a first appearance in it.
Oh, sweet. That's one thing I have nothing. I have not one G.I. Joe book.
I started buying them when
Damn.
This is
Gotta get you some G.I. Joe, fam.
Oh, cool.
Now I know he gives Tyler a hard time because it's all Tyler collects, but this is Invincible. But I do love Ice Cream Man.
It's really good. I consider Ice Cream Man better than Something That's Killing the Children. I think it's better.
These will never have value, but I like Scooby-Doo. I like the animated Batman series, so I've been picking those up. Maniac #4.
Nice. Have you gotten to dig into that one yet? How's that one?
I haven't read #4 yet. I just got it a couple of days ago. I've been trying to catch up on this stack of books that I've got. This is another one. Casey Jones, number 1.
Oh, nice.
From Mirage. And then Burke will appreciate this.
Oh, cool.
You begin some cool indie stuff.
The 1 in 10. It's Mora.
You know what? Silly me. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, you're good.
Again.
I
This is not how you run.
Like country back. I just thought y'all was running like country bumpkin rules where everybody got small screens and shit. I was just gonna go with the whole video.
Again, I'm rusty. It's
all right.
Little eye candy.
Yeah,
nice.
There you go. Let me see that Ronin again, if you could, cardboard. Let me see that Ronin again.
I've got it.
I want to see how clean this sucker is, because those are like, what, 20, 30 years old?
Yeah.
Ronin.
Let me see if I can get you a good angle on it.
Oh, that is killer, man. It's one of the thick puppies, okay.
Oh, nice.
That kind of looks like the first Raphael kind of a little bit, but I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite find. But I'm not.
It's a white black cover with the white spine.
Well, now that I look at it,
you're gonna show 2 books full screen and then stop. God damn.
There are a couple little chips.
Yeah, right there you go. That's nice.
There we go.
Country pumpkin rules.
Yep. Again, I gotta get warmed up here. That's all. Just gotta get warmed up. Sweet. Well, yeah, man. That's pretty good. Now, is that stuff that you had? Did you order all those in, or was that something that you had?
The majority of them were books that I ordered. This one is one I found in a dollar bin.
Nice.
Damn. I don't know how much that one's worth, man. That's probably like a $30 book, ain't it?
I was hoping to find number 1 and 2 with it. No such luck. But I was happy with
number 3, but still.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Biggie, you have anything that you wanted to share, sir?
Oh, absolutely. See, I was told to bring books that were important to me, so I thought I'd show those later. But I got this book yesterday, and I wanted to do a little class with it.
Sorry, I remember that book from the chat.
Yeah, this is the Mr. Roboto here. Those two, little Jimmy and Billy, look a little too happy to be seeing Mr. Roboto here, but we're going.
I was wondering how. So you cleaned it up a little bit for the way that you described it to us, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get too explicit here.
Hey, as long as we're not drawing, you're good.
So yeah, I'm pretty wild, brother. We got the cameo Hellboy, brother. This is John Byrne, X-Men 14, and I believe the first collar Hellboy. Am I showing that right? I can't really see. Anyways, there's a poster behind him.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was cool, man. I was like, hell yeah. And then, so I got the other X-Men. Got one of those. I had to stealth buy it, so I spent $4 because I know if she would have looked it up, she was shit. Some more John Byrne.
Nice.
That's weird. That's just the back cover. That's a Virgin. Sorry. That's cool how they did the Virgin on the back though. I was showing this recently. This is my favorite.
Nice.
Oh wow, yeah.
Tech. Just a Jim Aparo banger art. Really nice copy. Love that book. Pretty sweet. I got this one when I first started collecting. It's Amazing Annual 7, and I was just like, "Yo, this book is from 1964 or some shit." I was like, "That's crazy." You know what I mean? Like, when you first start collecting, you get like, it's like, "Yo, it's Spider-Man, and it's from 1964." Get out of here, bro. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is Barry Windsor Smith, brother, coming at you, man. I think this is like second. What's his name? Not Cyclops. Havoc. Second or third Havoc. Just beautiful. Beautifulness.
Awesome.
But I'll show the big bangers later for the grand finale. That's just what I got for now, brother.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I think there's a grand finale at the
end. We can work it out. However, again, we keep it pretty loose here, so it's really anything goes. It's let's talk about it. I don't know. We've gone through so many different topics. Comics are one of them, and somehow we always land on tacos or body hair or something. Who knows? It's been everywhere. So, yeah. So, cool. Well, so what? I'm kidding. I'm sorry. It's like too much, and I think I like to lean on this more than anything else. And then it's, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, come on now, this is.
Yeah, you gotta have your like transformer.
I gotta change my position though to keep it in the little screen. I think that's why that wide one's a little. There we go. Now I can kind of comfortably sit here, perched. There we go, perched.
I played with this mic stand for like the whole episode and shit. I agree with you, man.
Yeah. There you go. So, well, I'm big on this, and I'm big on this for whatever reason. I don't. It's like a tick. Like I'm always on the ear, off the ear, and then adjust the hat. So we got actual Dracula in here. What's going on, bud? How you doing?
That's my boy Drac.
Yeah.
What up, Drac, man?
Yeah. Hilarious channel. Absolutely hilarious. Guy's amazing. Sweet. All right. So anything that anybody's searching for? Anything that the community can help out with? What are y'all looking for?
My mind.
There you go. That's a good one. And next topic. What did you eat today? No, I'm kidding. I mean, come on.
I'm trying to get Action 242. I want a first Brainiac.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. And you don't have any preference between raw books, graded books? I know you got a little bit of everything, right?
I love raw mostly because you usually get the better deal, and there's potential for like if it's a raw book. They'll say like it's a 1 or 2. Shit, it could be like a 3 or 4. You know, you get lucky sometimes with raw books.
Kind of hunting for a lower grade and possibly end up with a higher grade. I guess as long as you're not getting burned on it. Somebody tries to sell you an 8 and it turns out to be a 6, and depending on the book, that can be a big deal. But
yeah, I like the books that at 1.0 are worth as much as a book at 9.8. So like out here, like Something Is Killing the Children 1 is like a $2,000 book. Well, Action or Amazing Spider-Man 14 is like 1,000 for a 1.0. So it's like right, like a 2.0 is $2,000 or something.
It gets to the point where certain books, I mean, you just get what you get. You know what I mean? I've never been somebody who's going to, take preference over a 9.8. Some folks like have to have that, high grade. But I mean, yeah, certain books, especially when you get into some of the older books, some of these rare books, I mean, you're going to have to just snag what you can get. I mean, unless you're a billionaire or whatever. And even then, I mean, sometimes it's just ridiculous, the value that people put into some of these books for just even between like a 9.6 and a 9.8. Which could be could be a grader's bad day, and
a book that came out
9.6.
A book that came out like 8 months ago too, Remy.
Well, like sometimes that has actually been amazing for me since coming back onto the scene of comic collecting. I remember looking in like Wizard and seeing all the older books that I wanted, and just all right, I'll never have those. But at the same time, kind of acknowledging that anything that I had or that I could get was pretty much worthless because like that time had passed. I mean, they were just mass producing everything, and everybody said, well, the comics aren't going to be worth anything. And then come to find out, well, shoot, now, yeah, there's stuff that's it's a day old, and it shoots up in value like crazy because everybody's trying to pick it up, or or even if it is something from the 90s, all of a sudden these books are just going crazy. All those Spider-Man books now that are like, going just outrageous in prices. Yeah, it's normal. Wild. Yeah.
I mean, does it ever get under your skin how books that came out when you were younger, you you either missed picking up or you just had no interest, but those books now have just skyrocketed.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this shit. I tell you, go ahead, Remy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I remember a lot of books that I had. I had some old Daredevil books, just minor keys. I had the Crisis on Infinity Earth series as a kid. Didn't know anything about, you know what I mean, and it's like one of those. I would draw on them and all kinds of, it's like one of those books where you get them and you're like, what the hell was this kid doing when they were tearing this thing up? That was me. I was that kid. I was that kid. Yeah, I was that kid.
I was thinking like, okay, so whenever I was 13, I wanted X-Men 1 for my birthday, and I was I don't know why I wanted. I was probably the cartoon. I was just like, I want the X-Men 1. I knew it was like, $500, $1,000 or some shit if you get lucky. So they bought me like a Shaq autographed basketball the year before. So I thought, shit, I'm going to get this, And then they come home and they brought home an unlimited X-Men 1. And the shop talked to me and said, oh, this is what your son wants. So they thought that's what I wanted. And I was just like, oh man. But and back then in like 93, 94, you could basically put up your house for 40 grand and buy an Action 1. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
They were like under 50 grand.
Well, it's amazing because I mean, especially in the 90s, remember in the back of the books they would have that it was almost like a checkoff list that you could order.
Yeah.
And you could just order like crazy, like crazy books that you can't find.
Right.
Yeah, it was like every book that you ever could want. And, they were like, oh, this one's $500, or sometimes it'd be like call for price. And that meant it was like $1,000. And it's like now, it's $12,000 for something where the pages are just, crumbling apart.
Together,
yeah. That's what's amazing is that it's like that whole mail in to or call in to order books like that. I mean, before the internet, but that I think is part of it too. It's I remember like searching for books when I was a kid and looking them up in Wizard to see what the value was in the back. And then like that was almost like trying to hunt down keys at some point, like seeing if you could find treasure in it. But I mean, it's just so weird because like they would have those values there. And then all of a sudden there was one where it was some sort of key that maybe I didn't even know of. And then it was like, boom, that's worth X amount of dollars. And it's like, could you find that? And possibly you could. Now it just seems like it's so much harder because everybody has access to all the pricing on everything. So, they can do whatever they want with it. It's wild. Just the whole buying process, how it's changed.
Yeah.
Awkward pause. And okay. So get this out of the way here.
Are you excited, brother? We're about to do our battle in like 2 or 3 days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's kind of all I've been thinking about. So I don't. Yeah, I'll be glad when it's over. It's been a distraction.
You really gotta focus on that shit. You're right.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and I noticed too, it's something that just almost like subconsciously, it's what I'm thinking about. Just kind of like throughout the day. I don't know. It's
not much time goes by without thinking I could be embarrassed as shit. It looked hilarious. You know what though? Honestly, if you look at like the history of rap battles, I was watching the one with Slim Shady. I forget what it was called, but Slaughterhouse. Okay, so
yeah,
my boy, he's always complaining. One of the DJs, I can't remember his name, but he said, "So Joe Button, if you lose, are you gonna be able to face everybody again?" And he was like, "I don't think if one of y'all lose, the other one ain't gonna be able to come back." Basically, like Hollow the Don or Joe Button. And they asked the crowd, and they was like, "So do y'all think they're gonna ever be?" And nobody gave a fuck. They're like, "It don't matter if you lose." Yeah. Well, what rap? Besides Cassidy, pulling out his book. That's the only time it was just like super embarrassing. When Cassidy busted out his little notepad and was like, "Did you see that match with Disaster?"
Yeah. I think you had sent that.
Yeah, that was crazy. The Disaster, and but besides that, if you lose, it don't matter. It ain't gonna matter if you lose or win, really.
I was watching a not really about a rap battle, but about hip hop. It was an interview that they were doing with Shaq G, and he was talking about just kind of how he started, and it was like late 70s, early 80s, and then how he gotten out of it through like the first part of the 80s. But he was actually talking about DJing and scratching, and how the purpose of that was to lengthen the amount of song for the MC to say his bars. And he was like, we didn't have music, so you had like a disco record, and you had this amount of music, so the guy had to keep spinning that part of the and mixing it over here. And then he was talking about how scratching was like the big intro. And then on like the West Coast, scratching became a whole, they like started making it like part of the music. And I don't know, it was pretty interesting.
That sounds smart as hell. I like to see that.
It was really cool. And like I said, he was like, he basically was like, with the music that we had, you had like 4 bars worth of instrumentals. And that's what you had to keep going just to make sure that the MC could say his part. And I was like, it's cool. I mean, that's interesting. It's like, you don't think about it, but they didn't have hip hop beats. Like that wasn't a thing. It's not like you just had somebody making beats. They had to just use old music and like mix it up. So I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got an NWO for life.
I was about to ask if anybody had noticed this whole deal with Jenny Wakeman and Moon Knight in the chat.
Yeah.
I seen them like smooching on each other or something, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean, hey, that if that's what you're here for, we invite that. There's room for love on the channel. Yeah.
No problem.
Might be the next big duo.
That's a success story. Yeah, look at that. What? Come into the chat. You never know. You might meet your soulmate. There you
go.
Yep. Meanwhile, we're talking about the term bangers and how Biggie established that in the comic community. And the history of hip hop beats and mixing on turntables. No big deal.
Yeah, just rule ethics in comic book rap battling too. Like me and Remy are basically rappers at this point because we're going in our second show.
Second show. I mean, I know I'm going to put that on my resume. If my employer fails me and I need to go somewhere else, I'm going to say, hey, you know what?
Man.
I was on in the mix twice for 2 different rap battles. What now?
I pretend like I'm a rapper every day. Like I got this hairnet, man, because my hair is ugly as shit, and I fucking love it, bro. Like, it's so fucking cool, dude. I wear it outside and shit. And I had a couple jokes cracked at me, But, I fucking played it cool. I was like, shit, man. You see them old wrestlers in the 80s wearing hairnets and shit? They're fucking cool, man.
I love how you hit that really
there
quick.
You go. Oh, from Tyler. I thought Tyler was busy. Is he dueling now? I wonder if he's on Small Town and he's in the chat. It's interesting. It's multitasking at its best there. We have Mr. Chip Gettler on there. He's a previous guest on here. Slotted Up's been on here as well.
So
Rap Battle Champ is on my resume.
Rap battle going on. I'm waiting on DJ to do the next rock ballad. Now,
rock battle.
Yeah. Now, if y'all want to go there, then I can talk. But rap battle, I'm like background noise. I'm just gonna hang out in the back and listen.
Chris.
My head.
Chris has been. You've been in a couple bands, Chris, right?
Since I was a sophomore in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good part of 20 years now.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
I know that was something. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I mean, because we met just through the comic community, and then somewhere he was like, "Yeah, I used to be in a band." I was like, "What?" It was like,
That's pretty cool.
You had some. I think what you sent me was like. I mean, it was like some metal music too. Like y'all were getting it. Like it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like folk singing or anything like that. It was pretty hardcore.
No, I'm not a folk singer at all.
I'm trying to think of the general community, what they're going to link you to. It's like, all right, you've got the very calming Saturday art with the professor, happy trees, and they're going to think it's like folk music. Like, no. This guy's, yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, no, this guy for real is going to, he'll show you something that you didn't quite expect.
But see, I've got to put that vibe out. Like during the day, I can watch your children, but at night you mess with me and I'll kiss you and your whole family.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think that all y'all like wrestling, right?
Yeah.
You like wrestling?
Very, very old school wrestling fan. I've actually I went to a couple of years ago. I went to it was like a cage match that they had. That was pretty good. We got to see like the Undertaker and stuff, but everything before that particular event was like, I was very young. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, that kind of era was that was where I was really into wrestling. So
I'll tell you my take on it, brother, is that like, okay, so when I came into the community and shit, and I started meeting people and stuff, bro, you wouldn't believe how many channels were behind the camera channels, bro. Like people would just show the book and talk over and show the book. And I was just like, yo, I like the whole in front of the screen. I was even before I have my first few comic book videos are behind the camera. So
really?
Yep. So I mean I did videos before that, but not really comic related. But so I was like, yo, wrestling is hype, bro. Like even if I saw a politician give a promo, like they're going to put you in a chokehold, brother, in Daytona, 1, 2, 3, man, you know, all that shit, whatever, dude. That's dope. Like I get excited and shit, even like athletes. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna show my comic books and try to pull off a wrestler the whole time. And I would do that. And I think it's loosened up some people. There's like competitions with books and it's just good to see.
Yeah, there's like cover battles and all kinds of stuff that people have. I think it's cool. Yeah. My first video, if anybody goes back,
I remember this.
That was a good 20-25 minute long ordeal. And I had sent Chris an AOK and I think he had received it the day before, and he was like, Remy, if you don't have content, you should have content. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna do this. And I was actually house sitting for somebody, and it was like in their kitchen and on my phone, and I had brought like 3 boxes that I had. One was like this big stack of Goodwill books that I got. One was like a Facebook auction that I did, and then I think I had like a couple eBay buys or something. And it was 25 minutes, way too long. And it was actually, I had shortened it because I like sped up me like opening the boxes. And it was like, and that's actually the whole studio thing. Cause I was like, great. I was like, yeah, you know, Jeremy with Remy Q Studios. I'm like, to be honest, I'm not in my studio. And that's where like that line came from, because I was in somebody else's house. And it was just me at like a kitchen table, and I show some books. And it was the weirdest. I had like Silver Age Batman, and then I had like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was like just a weird montage of books. And of course, it didn't occur to me at the time where I had so many books and so many different packages. I could have made 3 or 4 videos out of it, but instead I just made this one really long video.
Yeah.
And Chris is also, Chris is like, oh, my wife and I watched the whole thing, and I literally like I called one of my best friends up, and I was like, hey man, I put that video. I was like, yeah. He said, I watched a couple minutes. I mean, I'm not really into comics, so it was just kind of long for me. I was like, oh shit, and it was like didn't even occur to me. It took me a couple of videos to realize like you get this amount of watch time, and then you're done. Like everybody's out, so it's like you gotta get in that sweet spot.
You gotta think of YouTube watchers like kindergartners, and I'm not. This is not a knock on anybody that's watching right now, but like,
go ahead, Chris.
Go with me here. It's
everybody
like,
go with him.
it's like you have to keep their attention. But as a teacher, I know that I can only do the same thing for maybe 10 minutes, and I've got to switch it up because they're
He's
going to
saying
lose
you're all like
interest.
children.
Oh my God.
That's not what he's I don't know,
I
man.
get what you're saying, man.
Attention
I get
span,
what
he's
you're
absolutely right. The attention span
You
of
are
any
right.
viewer is like 2 minutes. So
Well,
we
and that's
basically all
that's
have the
just
mind of a
everybody.
child at 50 years old.
That's everybody. Yeah, I mean that's today's society. I know. I used to when Freaky Louie. Gosh, I remember talking, and he might have had 30 or 40 subs at the time, and I was watching him, and I think I had mentioned him. I was like, hey, watch this guy because he can go through a story arc in under 6 minutes, and like that was it. And he just did one video a week, 6 minutes. He'd show you all these books really quick. But I mean, it was perfect. And it was like the perfect amount of time where you got to see a lot of comics. He didn't like drown you with the info. I mean, some guys are really good about that. I'm not saying that he's not good at it, but he was able to like convey the story with you in a condensed amount of time, which I thought was brilliant because I'll get on here and it's like at the end of all my I'm like, oh, I didn't realize it'd take this long. Sorry, everybody. And it's like 18 minutes into it. And I meant for it just to be a 10-minute live. And somehow I get talking about something weird, or that's why Let's Talk About It's so awesome, because it's like our show where we just talk about whatever the hell we want. Maybe go into it. It's like wrestling, like all right, wrestling.
A couple questions. Yo, Remy.
Yeah.
What's up with the? Are you a firearms advocate?
Yeah.
Straight up, like okay,
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider
so I have
doing, like your channel on that topic instead?
No,
not really.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Those got real big at one point. Like people would watch the shit out of some gun videos. So I don't know.
I mean, so it's almost like, and I mean, I'm not to say anything about anything, but it's almost like with those, you really have to be invested. So like I do have several firearms and several different ones, but I mean it's like some of those guys, like who's the first person shooter, the Russian guy, remember he was like big a couple years ago, and it was like he started with like AKs. It's like, all right, yeah, I'll show you an AK, but then he would be in like a tank. It's like, I don't have a tank, or he's getting like bazookas and stuff or flamethrowers. Like, it's like you always have to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, he's using explosion kits like grenades and landmines and.
Yeah, it's like I mean I could like I if we can go through a review. I'll show you 1911, Angels Micro 9. We have a 357 Magnum over here. Like I've got stuff here. But then it's like, all right, then what? Okay, well, let's go through, the shotgun, or we go through, a couple assault rifles. It's like,
then you're done. How many comic books a bullet would go through?
Let's see, there you go. That's where it gets dangerous, because the chainsaw, I've been wanting to upgrade. I keep talking about blowing something up. Like I've been thinking about trying to blow something up, but I don't want it to be worthless. Like, I don't know. It's that balance of how extreme you can get. But show off your guns, Remy. Yeah, let's shut it down. In case anybody didn't know, there was a last year I did a shout out show. It was early in the morning on a Saturday. I think about 7:30 or so, and I called it the shout out show Frank Castle style, and it showed me with a modified 1911 that looks like a Punisher handgun. And I was doing a shout out. I remember actually Tapia, he's on here. He was one of the people I was shouting out. A couple other folks, and it ran for about 4.5 minutes, and YouTube shut it down. They just killed it. Yeah, the StreamYard kept going, and YouTube killed it. And I immediately got an email, and they were like, "You can't do this." And I thought for sure they were crazy, and I went over everything that they had in the email. I hadn't broken any of the rules, except for in the fine print, it does say that on a live stream, you are not allowed to handle a firearm at all. And so that's where I went wrong, because they sent me it was like an email, and it had a link, and it was like, you can't show how to illegally modify. And I was like, no, I didn't modify it. I mean, I modified it, but not illegally. And so just the fact that I was holding it again for 4 minutes on live, I'm sitting here like, oh, look, everybody. And I was real careful. I didn't I wasn't like trying to like point it at the camera or be aggressive. Certainly wasn't pointing it at myself.
Well,
I showed that it was cleared and everything, but just the sheer fact that I'm holding it. And I don't know if they think people are going to like commit suicide or if it's going to be like one of those things, but
not that. Yeah.
well, looking back on it now, I think it's a good idea that you don't handle guns because you can't do a live stream without cutting your finger open.
So I did cut my finger open one time, but I mean, I've cut myself before. Everybody's done that. I don't think a lot of people say, "Oh, I shot myself." I mean, it happens, surprised. But still, I bet you I get a lot of views.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because if you go back and look at the comments after the video was done, because it was on my live. If you go back and look at the video, the first few minutes of it, like the comments are about the video, and then the last ton of comments were, "Oh my God, did Remy bleed out? Hope he's okay. Did he stitch himself back together? I wonder if he had Band-Aids." And I'm going, well, Remy cut his finger open on a live.
Masking tape. I had some other tape.
Yeah, didn't it kind of like happen early in the video too? So he just jumps on in, slices up.
What it was, I think I took my headphones off and I put them down. And I put them down right over. I had a big meat cleaver, which we still haven't found. It's missing still. I had a big meat cleaver down here, and I just I nicked it on the edge of that from putting my headphones down, and then I went to put them back on, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I cut myself." And I'm trying to like bandage it up, and somehow it turned into. All of a sudden, I was a meme about
yes.
life safety.
Is that not how Sticky Fingers got involved or got part of it?
No, I don't think that was mentioned. I don't think it was mentioned. It might have been.
So, Biggie, I've got a question for you. Since you are a wrestling fan.
Zippered my wang once. Wouldn't recommend it. No.
Wow.
Hey, James. Moment of silence, everybody.
He's something about married it.
Shot myself with a boomerang once. Don't tell us that, Lee. That's not real. That's not real. Can't say boomerang.
All right, so Biggie. If you had to choose a team of 5 wrestlers for a Survivor Series match,
nice.
You can choose any wrestlers from beginning of wrestling to current. Who would you put on your Survivor Series team?
All right, I've done something like this before. So, first of all, you got to have Hogan. Okay, you got Hogan. Yeah.
Do you care which Hogan? Again, I'm an original Hogan guy.
I want NWO style Hogan because he could have 50 people come in on you. So I'll take that one. Of course, you got to have Macho. Even though he didn't have the belt that many times, but he was a pretty big draw. I'm picking guys like say Hogan's in one arena and Macho's in another one, and they're all in the same town. Like this, I'll go to that show first, that show second, that show third. So it's Hogan, Macho. After that, I'd probably have to go Andre because I want to see Andre wrestle. So he's 3, and then I guess shit, man, that's where it gets tough. I'll take Flair's punk ass, even though he's kind of short. I don't like Flair that much, but so my last pick will have to be Scott Hall. I'll take Kevin or Scott Hall.
That's a pretty good team.
Oh, I want Taker. Sorry, I'll take Taker.
One of the first matches I ever remember vividly watching was the Intercontinental match between Razor Ramon and 1-2-3 Kid.
Dude,
one of the
he was a hell of a technician. He was able to work. People forget about Scott Hall's match with Shawn Michaels on the ladder.
Yep.
That was like freaking ballet or some shit. And he's a bigger guy. Like he's the best working big guy. Like he's not the biggest guy, but he's big enough to, do whatever.
Now I'm going to give you my 5. My 5 would be, and I know his name is blacklisted, and I don't condone what he did. My number one would be Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Back in his prime, he was one of the best wrestlers, like down to
Yeah.
the wire technician wrestlers.
Yep.
I'd take him. I'd take Shawn Michaels, if nothing else for the show. Let's see. Big man, I'd have to take Andre the Giant. The other two would be hard. I'd have to say Taker would be another one. And then if we were going for the heyday, definitely Razor Ramon.
Nice. It's hard to leave Scott Hall off because he really is a fun character, the charisma.
Even up until the time, like, I had a lot of admiration for him, even up until the time he left WCW to come back to WWF when they were WWF. And I thought he had a great character. The bad guy fit him well.
Yeah.
I just when he got so messed up on all the stuff that he just I lost interest in him. I mean, he was sloppy, but if you take him in his heyday, he was one of the best.
I can't believe how good of shape Kevin. I was watching him on Instagram today. He was doing some curls. It said he's getting ready for his 65th birthday, dude. And his arms are jacked. Bro, he's so jacked, bro. It's 65, dude. Like, what is going on with Kevin Nash's genetics, dude? What in the bro? He's bigger than The Rock.
Ferrigno's the same way. Have you seen him? He's 60 something now, and he's still
jacked.
He'll still flex it, and he's like,
oh, it's crazy.
Can't understand a word he says, but he is built like a house.
I don't understand. Razor just kind of fell out of and got fat. He could get back in shape, but
I remember
Razor was a stud, dude. Razor was a stud, man.
It has nothing to do with good wrestling at all, but for comedic value alone, I remember a particular match. Who was the clown from the early 90s that they had? Doink the clown.
Okay.
He was going up against Macho Man.
Okay.
And they're going at it, and then Doink lifts up the edge of the ring, and Dink came out, a little miniature clown.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they both started
gaggle of them.
They both started beating up on him, and Macho Man lifted it up, and a miniature Macho Man.
Oh
came
my
out.
God!
I remember seeing that, and I was like, it blew my mind, and it looked just like Macho Man, but tiny. And then it was like,
I gotta see that match.
Dink and miniature Macho, and
I
they were going
remember
at it.
that. Yeah,
I just remember seeing that, and like when Macho Man reached under and the miniature Macho Man, I was like, dude, this is the greatest thing.
Game over.
It's the funniest thing.
Bro, I got a match on my channel, Remy, dude. It's called the wig match. Okay, picture this, right? Macho Man at the infancy of Slim Jim promotion, right? It's the Slim Jim match, brother. It's Slim Jim Havoc, dude. And Hogan comes in with a wig and glasses, so he looks like he's got full head hair. Hogan, dude, and he's fighting Macho, and Macho finally knocks it off his head, and he puts the wig on his head. And he does it's so good, bro. It was so good.
Oh,
so
man,
Biggie, my wife, her cousin, he's quite a bit older, but he actually wrestled for WWF, and we've got a video of him. Well, he's got a video that he sent me wrestling Andre the Giant.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro?
His name is Chuck Coates.
One of your family members wrestled Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I think he was known as like the Russian assassin then, but he's in with all the current, like he and Gregory Helms are really good friends. They talk about every day. So
was he big?
You had to be. You can't be a small guy wrestling Andre.
Well, in his I think in his heyday, he was about as built as Buff Bagwell. So
That's pretty big, bro. That's a
he was
big
stout.
dude.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. Like Andre was such. I mean, truly an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it was like that classic. They had who was the little interviewer guy, and he's sitting there, and then they show him. They pan the camera back, and he comes up to like Andre the Giant's belly button. You know what I mean? Like you can't fit him in the whole frame. You know, and his hands were monstrous. I mean, like everything about him. He truly was like the first big, huge thing. I mean, it's just crazy to think about. Like,
who's your top five, Remy? You got top five?
I don't. Again, I'm too far.
You're out of
removed.
it.
I don't.
That's all right, man.
Yeah.
Just doink and Macho Man midget
Doink.
match. That's my top five.
The midget match, yeah. Back when they were allowed to do that. You know they're not going to do that nowadays.
Yeah, throwing midgets.
Remy said, "Bam Bam Bigelow."
Oh man.
You know, it's funny how all of our conversations start with comics, but lead so far off the path.
No, that's the beauty of it. I love that.
We're just talking about it.
I try to tell, you know what? I try to tell everybody that comes on that I interact with, like, hey, it is loose. Whatever you want to go over, whatever it is, let's talk about it. Hold on. Tyler says favorite match is me and Biggie. He hasn't stopped. He said he was busy, and he's not. He's just in the chat lurking. He's pulling at me.
We need to get him in here so that they can just have a back and forth. And
he said he can't do it.
We can take the back seat. We can just sit in the back seat.
I told him, I was like, hey, I said we can try to work something out. Now Biggie, I wasn't trying to interrupt you at all. I was like, hey, we're giving Biggie his time no matter what. But I mean, I was like, hey, he said I was going to be busy, but I'm not. Let's see and here we go. Mr. DJ Lynx is in here. He's the host.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin the rap battle before. I mean, he ain't gonna rap me. Obviously, he's like a fucking pussy and don't want to do anything. But we could come in here and talk shit all we want. That's no problem. It don't matter. But he's apparently busy. What up, Lynx, homie? Lynx is gonna. There ain't no way out when we get the Lynx, Tyler. There's no way out of this situation now, dude.
You know what? Quit. I don't think people are aware either that and Biggie. I know that you were a big. You were really pushing to have the individual battles, which is perfect. I think that it definitely has its place, but there's a lot that has gone into that. Like even, and I know that you're freestyling, but just the simple plan of figuring out who you're going against, it's a mystery. You know what I mean? So for the folks who are writing, like all of a sudden you got to have 3 or 4 of these things ready. Like that's devastating. I mean,
see, the thing for me is that I actually freestyled for years, you know, like when I was a kid. So like from about 18 to 23, like me and my friends would just smoke weed and get drunk and hang out, go to bars, fucking freestyle, play instrumentals, fuck some pussy. You know, you just do get that kind of stuff, and it was fun. And I'd see me, like, if I was going to get into something like this, like I never sat down and was like, I had a couple rhyme books, you know, I played with as a teenager, but I just wanted to freestyle because I heard Biggie say he freestyled everything. They even wrote a story about told a story where Biggie had a rhyme book. And he did like his first or second song, and they said they never seen him with it again. Like he just came off the top of the head. And when I watch rap battles, I feel like, you know, when I see two rappers battling, if I feel like anybody's doing some like pre-rehearsed or some song shit, which is fresh because y'all ain't got no songs. I ain't got no songs. Ain't nobody gonna think. Only way they're gonna think that you're copying something is if you go word for word from my song. So it's just got to be original enough to where it don't sound like somebody else's shit. But whenever I watch him, I always feel like if the guy is freestyling and he can make some kind of movement in the middle to overscrew the fucking guy that's doing the pre-rehearsed shit, then I usually vote for that guy. That's the way I go. I put so much time into doing it that way as opposed to writing down rhymes that I would feel like I wasn't trying my best unless I did it the way I did it the most.
So originally, what I was doing was kind of just saying it. I mean, kind of like a freestyle, just going along, and then I was trying to write stuff down as I went along, just something that I liked. You know what I mean? And that was kind of how how I was doing it. And then this last one, after this last one, I haven't done anything with it. I haven't been thinking about it much, or practicing or rehearsing or writing anything down. So it's maybe the day before I'll get serious.
Make your mind up. Well,
Maybe I might not
I
even
feel
show.
like
I'm getting scared now. I might not even show.
yeah, I'm getting scared too. Right. But the thing is that like I'll think of a rhyme and it'll be like so fire, bro. And then I'll be like, I should write that down. And I probably should write it down. But whenever I actually put it down on paper, it just don't feel like it don't if I would just put some random shit every now and then, don't feel like it flows correctly for some reason. But it's a weird thing, man. Like I don't know how Biggie was able to do like one word rhyming. He'd be like, those that Russia's percussions get put on crutches. You know, like I don't know how the fuck he's doing 3 rhymes per word with just one thing in the middle. You know, it's just like it just I can't. It's the shit that kills me, bro. So
Tyler said he's a poet and didn't even know it. Bars.
See, I don't understand. Like, I understand Biggie and Tyler. They've got their thing going, and it's got some heat behind it. But like Remy, I think you have Adrian, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how people can even come up with dig rhymes about people like Adrian and Louie on the first one, because like they're some of the nicest people that you encounter on YouTube.
So Louis, in the first one, and actually it's funny because we had talked about it last week. DJ was like, "Oh, you called him cute," and I was saying it kind of like, "Oh, isn't he cute?" Like I was trying to make that funny, like, "Oh, isn't he cute in his Spider-Man suit?" But yeah, you're right, Louis. I think I talked about how many shows he had per week. You know, like I was trying to get a little dig in there. I mean, it's like you're right. I mean, but the thing is, I mean, we're all friends with it. Actually, I hate all of these guys, to be honest with you.
Well, DJ,
I keep
DJ
cussing
just said
Slot. Angel actually the other day, yesterday, I came home cussing him, and I mean, I was like, "F this guy. He's trying to be super nice. He's promoting the channel. He's promoting. Let's talk about it. He's getting in my head." It's like, come on, man.
DJ
I
just
get in the
said it
chat, I
best.
say hello, and he's like, "Oh, everybody go check out Remy. He's a great guy." And I'm like, "You
yeah,
son of a
well,
bitch. Stop
Slot's
it.
only
I
got to
hate
make
you."
one rap too. So I mean, he can make a rap for everybody he thinks could be coming at him, but ultimately he's only got to go one time. So he's just out here cavalierly going to blockbuster videos and hopping on tanks and sitting in TPs and fuck you, Slot.
Let me write this down. Sitting in teepees.
I tried to get Slot to have to at least battle once before he got his championship, but no, oh no.
You can't see me because you're sitting in a teepee. No,
yeah, man. Rap is fun, man. I listen to it, and a lot of freestyles are really good. But I'm this is gonna sound blasphemous, but even like whenever Biggie did his shit when he was 17, it wasn't like mind blowing. Now I'm 13, or whatever he did was, and it snaps like they were good. They were good, but they weren't like holy shit, you know. But after that, once he really started doing it, his shit got to where I can't think of even a close second place, bro. Like Biggie was so good, dude.
I think a lot of people, I mean, you can kind of see the development on how people evolve.
Yeah, even
or
song,
de-evolve. Some guys just get worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like Party and Bullshit. I was a terrorist since the something era passes, all that shit. It was good, but it was, it was like, okay, this guy's he's a ball player. He's like a pro ball player, like he's legit. But then he climbed up to where I'm the king of this shit. All y'all suck. So it's there's jumps and levels and shit, and You know, you guys are good, dude. I think that
I'm a
anybody that
Green
could get up
Beret
there and
buffet.
rap and perform or whatever are money, bro. I'm
This is
nervous. I don't know about y'all. I'm scared. I think about it all the time. I don't want to freeze up and sound like a dumbass, but I got faith that I can get through 2-3 minutes of it just going and having fun because it's gonna be fucking live, dude. It's gonna be Jim Mint, Slide, everybody in the chat. You know, I might make
yeah.
fun of Burke Fam. I might get on.
You,
And I might jump on whoever, dude. Whoever's out there. You
it
know.
is it's it's really funny because and I think we all gave Freaky Louie his props just for being the first one to go. Because I know that especially that first show, like I go back and look at it and legit DJ's like, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And then I go, I'm like, "Oh shoot, I'm actually gonna do this," because that's the thing. It's like it's not about like being confident in what you're doing. It's just it's awkward. Like if you're not used to singing in front of people, like or speaking, even like you could be great at giving a speech, but if you don't always do it, you're just not used to it. So it's weird, And I mean, heck, this is YouTube, so it's forever. It's like, yeah, you do something stupid. It's like,
That's a good point because like even as a teacher, I get up in front of my kids and I stumble over words, and then I'm watching things like this, and I'm going, I've got this line in my head that would be really good to use, but the translation from it coming out of here through here are two totally different things because like
yeah, and then you try to say what you're thinking and it sounds like garbage. It's like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Like as you actually listening to yourself, you're like, man, that sounds fucking horrible. What was I thinking?
Yeah, because you're sitting there going, this line will sound really good. Like Remy, you're going against Adrian, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, look at this guy here doing his impressions, but he won't be laughing when it's a soul I'm possessing. And I'm going, okay, that sounded so much better in my head.
Oh, what was that again? No,
it always does.
No, yeah. So yeah, no comment. No comment about that. Again, I'm ill prepared. That's why I'm back in the chat. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things goes. I'm excited to participate. I'll be, if anything, I will. If round one goes sour, that'll be depressing because there's like you've been thinking about it so long and just and that's what I mean. Like if like you're getting ready for stuff, it's like shoot, man, we'll have to have a second place for the losers or something. you gotta have some more battles here. Golly, you can't let them go down one shot.
I got the stupid Tyler liar. It's like, what rhymes with Tyler? Oh, I know. I think he's a liar when he says you can't rap children. Where was you whenever we built them and up from babies to children? You see how I just rhymed built them with children? You're just a simple-minded liar, Tyler.
I was thinking Tyler Profiler, but I don't.
Yeah,
you got to work in eyeliner there too.
Well,
yeah,
pedophiler. I don't know.
Yeah, you like to diddle the children. Wasn't that ill when there was $1,600 on a 9.8? But wait, you waited for 300 days and then it went down because that shit is like happy, but the other word that ends with A.
Happy, but the other word. Oh man, there you go.
You could always use, since you're always on them about reading Ice Cream Man, you could use Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Have them hanging by the end of the noose.
That's right. Dr. Seuss is racist. You got no taste.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that then.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good now.
They used to color faces when they shouldn't on Dr. Seuss. I used to rap in the caboose.
Your beard makes you look like a terrorist.
Makes you look like a terrorist.
That shit was funny right there. Freaky Louie with Mr. DJ Links.
Yeah, he was saying some wild shit. He was over there. I'm a terrorist. I'm coming to embarrass it and pull out tits. And it's like, what the hell is going on, Freaky? Are you Ice Cube or something?
It was awesome. That was awesome. I remember
Oh God. This show got a little
Oh, he gets kicked out. Oh no!
Right. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's gonna be.
You made it to the show. The champ is here.
Yeah, the champ is here. Just a few more days, and then I get my trophy and belt or whatever they're giving out. I don't care. I'll take it, whatever.
Sorry, I had to separate you guys. It was that whole Tanya Harding moment. Nancy Kerrigan. Are they going to kill each other?
Are we going to pull a fruit bowl Friday night, Tyler?
What's wrong with fruit bowls? I love healthy.
I know you're probably gonna bend over with the banana and the apple and the peach and like try to get it in the camera shot. Like, hey, I'm a rapper.
I love bananas.
An hour and 11 minutes in.
I might bring a banana. If I want a banana, I'll eat banana.
Are we going to see your mangina Friday night, Tyler?
No, you're gonna see a dub. You get one chance, and then you get to sit on the side.
I'm wondering you're gonna come in a row
and wave to everyone
underneath it.
I tried really hard.
White shadow. I can still see you.
I tried. Thanks, guys, for letting me on.
10 minutes later, Biggie's gone.
Hey, I don't know. Tyler could come in like freaking like Tupac or something, just start laying bars down. I don't know.
You know what, Tyler?
Yeah,
I mean, you got. I think I told Tyler before, like, hey, you got the mystery involved here, because I mean, who knows? Who knows how it's gonna go down?
There is no. I know exactly. There's no mystery for me. Easy win.
I'm not worried either way.
The only mystery I have is who am I beating in the second round, and then I can beat Jason. That I don't know who I'm beating. Are you gonna win, Remy, or?
I plan on it.
Okay. I guess I'm beating Remy.
I plan on it. Yeah.
I can tell you who's gonna win. I can tell you who's gonna win. Everybody in the audience is gonna win.
Oh, yeah,
because we're getting to witness this
for sure.
And me.
Yeah, DJ Lynch just gets to sit there and watch everything. That's the best part, because even Jim Min has to vote. Jim's got to vote, which I'm sure it ain't gonna bother him that much, but that's still a pain in the ass to vote.
You're right. DJ really doesn't even have to say anything. He just end next.
Yeah, he's going to fucking love it. He's just gonna be like, "All right, your turn.
There you go.
Time to see your shit."
He's the puppet master, and he's making all of you dance.
You know, it was funny because DJ did, and I think we had mentioned it in the show last time, but he did say he would like kind of review it a little bit. So what are your thoughts going into this? And with Freaky, the first guy, he just, all right, go. Louis just had to go. There was no asking no questions. And I'm like, all right, you're up. And then he went. And it was like, oh, shoot.
Can we watch Freaky's fucking round?
His last rap about DJ.
Come on, Libby, man. Let's watch Freaky's round, bro.
I'm not even sure how to do all that.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I think it comes through splotchy. I've tried to do stuff during the stream. Yeah.
You guys are lucky you already did it. I'm getting kind of nervous. Not for me, for you guys, but you guys have already been there. So,
dude, I promise you, Tyler, bro. Like, I don't get nervous for nothing. But before I went, like, I felt my heart beating. Like, I was like that nervous, dude.
Yeah, I'm that nervous for you too.
All right.
You ever heard the phrase walk quietly and carry a big stick?
Yeah.
This is not that case.
Well, when you know you're gonna win, you're the only one with the stick. It's like I'm
dang. I'm gonna have a big bucket of popcorn. I'm ready for this.
I might have a bucket of popcorn, to be honest with you. I'm gonna show up with a big bucket of popcorn.
Just use your slippy fingers.
There you go.
DJ, you need to make a episode just purely for Tyler and Biggie. That's it. I
like that. I like that fucking Tyler's a comic book collector, and he's got 1,000 DVDs behind them too. Like, what in the fuck is that all about, man?
You can put them into
that
like a
there's
DVD
shit
player
called
and
the
watch
hold
them.
on,
You probably don't know what
dude.
that is.
There's this shit called the internet where you could go get any movie you could think of, bro. You don't need all them DVDs, dude.
You can do that with comic books, so you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on that book behind you. You can literally get it for like $4 online and read it online. It's the same
Are
thing as a
DVDs
buying
worth
of
money?
DVD. Yeah, yes, they're
Show
worth
me $100 DVD that I want to buy.
Well, some of them are Blu-ray. It's not
The
just
Blu-ray.
DVD. Yeah, Blu-ray. Oh, here, I got a good one for you.
Blu-ray.
I couldn't help it.
What a goon.
Here's the complete Michael Jackson show tour. This is worth a lot.
There you go. It's got
DVD.
a special little box.
Yeah, it is.
It's
like a
like a
case.
lunchbox.
It's not a lunchbox. I know you're always thinking about food, Biggie, but this is for DVDs.
It's like, hey, I'll show you a DVD. He
I
pulls
thought-
out a freaking.
It looked more like a pistol case to me. I thought you were gonna open up and pull out a Glock or something.
No, I'm not
The foam
you.
and everything. This week.
I got a DVD. It's a toy.
It's not a toy. It's a DVD. My
I
wife's
don't
yelling
know,
at me because
man.
that's hers.
I'm just bro. It's so defeating in space. Holy shit! I used to think they were cool though. Whenever I didn't have internet and I was bored.
This is
on
what I was
TV.
thinking you were. I can get away with this, I think. Not
We'll find
doing
out.
anything.
Is that a DVD, Remy?
The
No,
fair
no,
case.
No, it's a Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. Taurus Blu-ray.
it's a lunch
Blu-ray there.
Yeah.
Look, YouTube. Ooh, we're getting. Oh. Oh.
Go do it.
Oh man, nah, I can't do it.
The money in the bank.
Biggie doesn't care. He's down.
I don't care. I got a gun. I'll show it. You
Yeah,
want
let's
me to?
all show him. All four of us. That's it.
On the count of 3. What's your closest weapon? That is too funny. Well, I'm glad that everybody's psyched. I hope that the chat is excited for this. Oh, look, Roscoe's in here.
Yes, he is.
What's up, bud? See, Mr. Panda's here. Hello, hello.
I figured I'd bring some grown man comics for you, Remy, because I don't. Most of your guests.
Oh,
just
that's
don't
right.
go
That's right. You
bullshit.
said that you had some
Yeah.
some big books
Some
you
big
wanted to
dick
share.
books that
Some bangers.
Oh, well, hold on. I got to fix this here. We can't have this. Much better. I always get the emblem on my face every time I'm in a panel.
you got that one
Jeez.
first.
Nice.
Facsimile.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crawl up under my table.
There's one. You like this one, Remy? You got one of these?
No, I don't have one of those.
Not yet.
Yeah.
What number is that?
But you might. I thought you might. Here's a good one. You got that hollow foil 8 print though, don't you, Tyler?
Nice.
What is that?
What's this? Oh no, you tell me,
Facsimile?
Tyler. What is this?
Some type of facsimile that you've like beat up really bad and try to make people think you have it.
Yeah.
Do you see what you have done?
That's cool, man. I can get one of those in my
I don't know
store
if
too.
Tyler knows what a comic book really is half the time.
I don't believe in comic books. I only believe in myself.
Read your comic books. They're really, really good. Sometimes I read them, but I really, really should.
Somebody watches our content.
What's this one, Tyler?
That's Spider-Man for sure.
All right. You win that
Oh,
one.
can I mention this while you're getting ready to show your next book?
Yeah.
I want to mention. Can you tell me anybody that's in Something Is Killing the Children? Yeah, Batman. I loved it.
All right. I
Yeah,
think
Batman's in everything.
one more.
Just in the
and I'll
shadows.
quit. One more.
All
We'll
right.
just pull out the Big Daddy Galactus brother.
Nice.
Are these just
Yeah.
books from your top 50 you haven't put away yet?
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
This is my go-to pack right here. That's all I got.
Nice. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
That
making
is
us feel
cool.
inadequate.
It's all right.
Comic books, everybody. See? It's a comic
Yeah.
book channel.
That was more screen time than you'll have on Friday.
God.
I was going to say in the description of the channel, it does say anything nerd, so we can pack in everything else as well, including YouTube rapping and wrestling and everything else that we talked about. So what happened, Tyler? Or is it not?
He was busy, so we have to reschedule.
Gotcha.
He was in the chat earlier, said he was at a soccer game.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you miss him in the chat? You missed the Don?
I actually wasn't. I was doing a video of my own, so I was like kind of watching, kind of not at the beginning. So I did miss him.
First Erica Slaughter, yeah.
Yep.
Is she related to Sergeant Slaughter?
I think it's his granddaughter.
I do. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Well,
Wow.
I think I'm about. I told my girlfriend about an hour, so I don't wanna
Absolutely.
dip
Yeah,
in.
we have run over. Is there anything you want to go over? Anything you have coming up? We can kind of go
Sure.
around the panel here.
The hunt next week. Tony Sanders. I'm gonna skip King of the Ring this week. I want to concentrate, get my beauty sleep, brother, for my Revlon girl, the easy breezy beautiful Tyler Comics from Shattered Comics, y'all. He's
Tyler.
I don't know. Isn't Shattered something to do with something else?
It's like when something breaks.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's I don't know what it is. You're weird, but are you like suburban raised or what is it called with the rich people?
Yeah, I live in Indiana, where everyone is rich.
Okay.
Was you coddled as a child?
I'm still a child.
So Tyler, anything coming up that you want?
Just real quick, I'll be
Are you
real quick.
suburban raised?
Friday, go check me out on DJ Lynx's channel and watch me destroy this guy right here,
Fuck you.
Biggie. Yeah, and so I'll tear him apart, and then he'll be out, and then you can enjoy the show a little more.
Awesome. Okay, and Mr. More Crazy is Chris.
Oh, I knew this was going to be a train wreck.
No, this has been great. This is great.
But it's been a beautiful train wreck.
Yeah,
You can't turn
yeah,
your head
absolutely.
from. Art with the Professor may make its reopening this Saturday. Everybody check out In the Mix Friday night. These three guys over here will be in it, in the mix. And then in 2 weeks, I have a debut of a new show with Geek Out with Roscoe called Between the Lines. You can read between the lines, hopefully. You'll get more information about that here in the next or coming days. It's going to be a fun show. You've been warned.
Thank you, Cardboard brother. It was good time hanging out with you. It's the first time I got to hang out with my boy,
Yeah,
Cardboard Crazies.
It's been
Shawn
fun.
Michaels.
Yeah, thanks for having me on too, Cardboard and Remy. And that's everyone.
I've been on with Remy a couple times. That's my boy.
No, we appreciate you guys coming on. As far as myself, we are gearing up for a big giveaway. We're going to have a, I guess, multi-hundreds giveaway, whatever we're at. We've missed the last couple, so we might have about 10 giveaways. Like, we're going to have a big grand finale. I think it's going to be in 2 weeks. I'll have the date Friday. I should have it Friday. I'll do an announcement, and then Angel and I will probably release something Saturday to make it official. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out, checking us out here. Looks like we got some folks coming here at the tail end. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Yeah, but definitely check out In the Mix on DJ Link's channel.
Yeah, check out In the Mix, brother, where we're going to throw down and do some physical, lyrical guillotine leg chops off the top of the cage, man. I don't know if any of us are going to be able to walk out or even limp out, brother, because everybody's gonna be left for dead, brother. There's only be one champion. Ah, ah, in your face, fake rappers. Ah, NWO for life.
Yeah, so we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
I like